Alright folks, I'm back on CSI Hidden Crimes until the next criminal case opens. So I'm going to do case number 9. You've been doing some great investigating around here, and I have a new case for you. A man was found dead at a local golf course. His car crashed and he was pronounced dead at the scene. Morgan is at the scene right now. Head out there and give her a hand. I'm also under a happy hour of costing 10 energy a case. So it looks like for the secret episode, I'm probably going to have to find a character with 2 hearts. Oh boy. There we are. Two energy, cool. The victim had his wallet in his pocket. Driver's license says his name is Marcus Gould. Been dead less than 3 hours. His body's still in rigor mortis. Any chance this was staged and he was dumped here? Beat pretty hard. Lividity suggests he wasn't moved, and body position suggests that he did fall down, although there is one strange thing. Normally a person would try to brace themselves before the impact, leaving scratches or bruises on their forearms and palms, but this guy has none. Weird. Maybe he was already dead when he crashed, or unconscious. Thanks, David. Could you ask Robbins to pull a talk screen when he gets the body? I'm not so sure this was an accident. Maybe the autopsy will tell us more, and that golf cart steering wheel might give us some answers as well. Teed off. .304. So I'm going to get some stars, so sit tight. And it's actually called the Moment of Truth. Alright, I got 3 stars, so let's take the steering wheel. No. There we go. I hate the fact that they actually put things out there that don't even match. I found some threads stuck in the steering wheel. If somebody caused Martin Gold to crash, maybe they got some clothing caught on the wheel. And I know this thread. It's cashmere. So your killer could be wearing an article of clothing made out of cashmere. Let the victim's body run its course and I'll see you when that's done. Alright, back on CSI Hidden Crimes. Let's get the results of the autopsy. Marcus Gold died of blood loss due to injuries. I checked out Morgan's theory and the tox results came back. He inhaled a high concentration of chloroform. So someone knocked Marcus out, then sent him and his cart off to crash. But they must have stuck around to make sure he sustained injuries. Notice anything else? Yes. Aside from all his wounds from the crash, the victim had a molar pulled forcibly from his mouth per perimortem. You look pretty upset about that. This isn't the first time a killer took a souvenir, is it? This isn't the first time I've seen this. There's been a few other bodies in accidents with teeth missing. This might be a serial killer. Hopefully this is an unrelated incident. Let's just focus on this case for now. See if we can find some sort of tool impression in Marcus's gums. Thanks, Doc. Got up to 11 stars last time. I did get into the new crime scene that I happened to unlock. Okay, there we go. From that impression, it looks like the killer used pliers to pull the victim's molar out of his mouth. And we have a new lead. Apparently Marcus had lessons from golf pro Kurt Harper this morning. Let's see what he knows about this accident. Let's see what Kurt Harper has to say. Mr. Harper, thanks for coming in. You might have been one of the last people to see Marcus alive. It's terrible. We had a lesson in the morning. He was happy this morning, too. Full of vigor. Such a tragic accident. Looks like it wasn't an accident. Someone knocked him out and sent him to die. Who would do such a thing? If it helps any, I worked with him on his swing. Then he said he had to play around with someone. He didn't say who. We've just located the victim's office, a modern dentistry. We should check it out right away. Grab your gear. I've already gotten 2 stars from here. I know I gotta do some work and unlock every partner. I don't know, I guess I'm just not into this game as much as I am with Criminal Case. I mean, don't get me wrong, this thing is fun. I mean, don't get me wrong, this game is fun, it's like Criminal Case, but it just doesn't have that appeal. A broken golf club. Wonder what happened. Let's bring it back to the lab. There we go. Hey, this club had a very good set of prints on it, and we found a match in Aphis from a work card. The prints belonged to a caddy at the golf course named Danny Grand, and he was at work when Marcus died. LVPD is bringing him to the station right now. Danny, we understand you were caddying a game for Marcus Gold before he had his accident. Yeah, man, it was pretty terrible. He was playing some other dude, and they were not having a good time. Do you know who this other guy was? No, I usually only remember the good tippers' names, and this guy wasn't a regular like Marcus. He was a guest. It's pretty hard to get onto this course. You have to be a member, but Marcus has been a member for years, so they let him bring whoever he wants. So Marcus was arguing with this other player, and there's no record at the course of who he is. Take a closer look at the golf course with Morgan. The bunker side.
Kidney. Terrific. What about you? You got any theories? Devil worship? Alien beings?
Scorecard. Speaker stand. There we are. A scorecard, but I can't see what the names are under this lipstick. And someone mangled and tore up this photo. Better take them to the lab. Whew. Thought I was going to be using 5 cash on this, but I won't have to. Put this thing back, put this photo back together. Wedding photo. Now that's a wedding photo, and it has Marcus in the picture. Turns out he's married to a woman named Tamara McNabb. She kept her maiden name. Let's bring Tamara in for questioning. Maybe she's the owner of those mysterious lipstick marks on the scorecard from the golf course. Let's see what Tamara McNabb has to say. She's an investor. Miss McNabb, we'd like to ask you a few questions about your husband, Marcus Gold. Former husband, and not because he's dead. We were in the middle of a divorce. A divorce? When was the last time you saw him? Just today, over at the golf club. I eat at the restaurant there. One of the perks of being married to that idiot for so long is that I get access to the golf club. I'm gonna go out on a limb and guess that you two were not on... Sorry guys, tablet ran out of room. Oh no, but it wasn't over anything petty. You see, Marcus was cheating on me with some floozy at the office. A patient or something. Ooh. Marcus was having an affair? Maybe the other woman ended the affair by killing Marcus. We need to find out who she is. And that will do. I'll see you all then. Alright folks, we've returned. Let's get the results of the scorecard. I was able to find that the lipstick is a color called Ravishing Radish, but that's pretty much it. There were some epithelial cells on the card, but no matching CODIS. All I can tell you is a female kissed this scorecard. Maybe the kiss of death. Let's see what's under these lips. Maybe we can find our unknown golfer.
She was working late at the library. By 11:30, we got worried. Rob went up to the university and looked for her. I called her friends.
So your husband was home with you?
Yes,
You called the police?
I did it around 4 a.m.
Why did you wait so
There we
long?
go. 6.
Because Ronald was out looking for her. Why are you making this so obvious?
I'm just trying to help you.
John Davis. I looked into it, and apparently Marcus the dentist had a business partner by the name of John Davis. We should talk to John and see what he and Marcus were fighting about at the golf course.
Eyes are heavily bruised. Her hymen is torn. She definitely had sex, and she's a virgin. And trace evidence of the corpse. Construction guys have found her in the person. Destroying most of the forensics analysis. You got it. Now, yes. The campus security broke up a party at Rochester Dorm.
John, we're sorry to inform you that your business partner, Marcus, has passed. It's no surprise. Marty was reckless. It was only a matter of time. We heard that you two had an argument during a game before his car crashed. Marty's been messing up at work lately. We're running a business and he just wants to party. The only way I could talk to him was to play golf with him. It might be easier with Marty out of the picture, huh? Hey now, wait a minute. We had our differences, but I loved him like a brother. And he was fine when he left with that other guy. Other guy? You mean he left with the caddy, Danny Grand? No, not that weird kid. I mean that golf pro he hangs out with. Kurt something. Kurt Harper? Okay. I was hanging out with Marcus after he finished playing golf, but it was only for a second. A second is all it takes to drug someone and send them to their death. Look, could I get some assurances if I tell you something and it has nothing to do with the murder? No quid pro quo here, Kurt, but trust me, if it gets you off for murder, it might be worth fessing up. I got these back problems, right? Anyway, Marcus writes me some prescriptions for painkillers to help me out in exchange for golf lessons. But that's it. That's why I saw him afterwards. I needed more meds, but I wasn't the last one to see him. He was meeting someone and he was excited. That's it for the chapter. So Marcus was meeting someone, perhaps his killer. I wonder why Marcus was so excited. It might be someone we've already met. Morgan locked down the golf course. Now we need to find our mystery woman. Get to chapter 2 next time. Alright folks, I got up to 9 stars. Let's unlock chapter 2. We need to take another look at the victim's office, and you might need some help. Hey, hope you don't mind if I tag along. Let's check out this dental clinic and see what Marcus was getting involved with at the office. Oh man. Oh, there.
That's not even music. Now, when you're ready, you can sell your old car and find your new one all on cars.com. You know
I gotta do a better job.
there for every turn. Cars.com. With over 1 billion color combinations.
Ooh, Marcus was extremely messy. Maybe you could sort through the stack of papers and see if there's anything of interest. And lipstick on a coffee mug. It looks like the same shade of lipstick on the scorecard from the crime scene.
Justgout.com. They had everything. Boots.
26 minutes already, wow.
Visit justgout.com. Shop thousands of styles at just $39.95 plus free shipping. And now for a limited time, get your first pair for $10. Only at justgout.com.
Here we are. 8 energy. That should help us. Marcus was fighting with his business partner and sleeping with someone he knew from his work at the dental clinic. Maybe we could figure out who this mystery girl is from the meetings he had, but this might take a while to decipher. Marcus had terrible handwriting. Analyze, 145. I'll see y'all then. Alright folks, I got some more stars, I'm up to 10. Let's get the results of the mug. The lipstick shade on the coffee mug is Ravishing Radish. Oh wait, I did this already. Oh, no I didn't do this. Wait, let me do that again. The lipstick shade on the coffee mug is Ravishing Radish, and the prints match the clinic's dental hygienist, Ava Flores. Okay, that was it. Now the other one. Okay, well this is interesting. Marcus had a few ordinary events planned, but there's one appointment that sticks out. He has a weekly appointment labeled Deal with the Bitch. It could be literal, but I think it's more of a jab at his soon-to-be ex-wife. Charming. We should talk to her. Looks like their weekly appointment was at the time of his death this week. Talk to Ava Flores first. I meant to do that first. Ravishing Radish? That's a nice lipstick color, and I like your cashmere sweater. So how long have you been sleeping with Marcus? What? I don't know what you're talking about. We found your lipstick on a scorecard in Marcus's possession, and we know he was sleeping with someone from work. Okay, we were in love. He told me he was leaving his wife for me. Actually, his wife was leaving him, but I hear that Marcus told a lot of lies. When did you see him last? I saw him at the golf club. Sometimes I go down there to practice my swing. He asked me for a victory kiss, and I kissed his scorecard. We were supposed to go out, then he had the accident. He said he had to meet someone from the golf course, someone who worked there, and that was the last I saw of him. You have to catch whoever did this. Now Tamara McNabb. So Tamara, apparently you didn't run into Marcus by accident this week. He had you scheduled for an appointment. Oh that, yes. That's our weekly meeting where I have to sign checks for the business. Sign checks? Why would you have to sign checks? His entire dental clinic was purchased with my family money, so I had to sign off for all expenses. Must have made him pretty angry, with the divorce proceedings coming through. Oh yes, and John was furious. I'm still deciding on whether I should sell the business. It's not profitable and I wasn't entirely happy with Marcus. John was furious with Marcus, huh? Maybe John figured if you got rid of Marcus, then Tamara might keep the business. Let's ask John for his story. John, you failed to mention that you were close to losing your dental clinic because of Marcus's pending divorce. That's what we were fighting about. That and some other personal issue. Personal issues? Yeah, just a conflict of interest. Marcus was writing prescriptions for favors, which could jeopardize our clinic. Like I said, he was reckless. Reckless is an odd statement to make, especially when Marcus's death was set up to look like an accident. Well, I didn't kill him. I told you I wasn't the last person around him, and you'll need some concrete evidence if you want to press charges. John Davis had lots of issues with Marcus, but all we have is circumstance. Check if there's anything at the clinic so we can put this guy away. Let me see. Broken mold. X-ray. Kind of reminds me of the book Holes here in X-ray. Because that's one of the nicknames by one of the camp kids there. I read Holes in high school. I'm 28 now. Somebody broke this dental mold. Maybe the killer smashed their teeth mold so we wouldn't be able to identify them. There we go. Puzzles are always soothing to complete, especially when they solve riddles. Looks like you solved the riddle of who these teeth belong to. They matched the dental x-rays for Kurt Harper, the golf pro. Ava said Marcus went off with someone from the golf course. Could have been Kurt. Well, let's find out what Kurt Harper has to say. Kurt, we found your dental mold smashed at Marcus's dental clinic. Any idea how that happened? No idea. What's that have to do with anything? Just seems strange that somebody tried to destroy evidence of you at the clinic. Any reason you would want to get rid of it? Look, man, I told you. I had nothing to do with that. I got a prescription from him for painkillers and that's it. I have nothing to cover up. Marcus was last seen going to see someone who works at the golf course. You don't have a solid alibi. And you're wearing a cashmere sweater, same material worn by the killer when leaving the scene. Pretty suspicious, don't you think? I know this all looks bad, but you gotta believe me. I had nothing to do with it. I'm innocent. Among all our suspects so far, Kurt is our most viable suspect. But we need to find more evidence. There has to be something else at that dental clinic. There we go. Oh, there we go. Diploma, lady's shoe. There we are. A dirty hand towel in the trash can. Good eye. You never know what trace they're going to find in the fabrics of towels. Why they do this is really beyond me. There we go. This hand towel had traces of chloroform on it, which is interesting because our victim was knocked out with chloroform. I checked it for DNA, but I couldn't find anything. There were some other strange substances on the towel, so I thought, you'd better let someone smarter take over. The substance is ammonia and chicken breading. Pretty strange, right? So I did a little digging. One of the casinos in the city had an accident at its loading dock. Cases of ammonia and chicken breading had spilled out. LVPD is sweeping the area right now. I can tell you that with the correct dosage of chloroform used and proper removal of a tooth, the killer has an excellent knowledge of dentistry, such as John Davis. Sorry guys, tablet ran out of room and said that John Davis is a dentist. So let's talk to him right now. This is getting a little old, bringing me in here. I want you to catch whoever killed Marcus and you're wasting your time with me. Let me worry about how I spend my time, John, and how you spend yours. By the way, that's a nice jacket. What kind of fabric is that? Cashmere. If you're going to ask questions, ask them. I already did. The killer was wearing cashmere and happened to know a lot about dentistry. You know what that means? It means a whole lot of coincidences. Yeah, enough to keep you in holding. Whatever sick game you're playing, you're mine right now, so just sit tight. We don't have too much time to hold him, but I can't risk him taking off. Meanwhile, let's have a chat with Miss Flores since she works at the dental clinic. Ava Flores, I should say. Unless I said Anna. Ava, we need your help with the situation. Have you noticed an influx of patients mysteriously dying of natural causes during your employment? I've only been there a few months, but yeah, some of the regulars have. Almost one every month. I thought it was a little weird. Usually ones with no family. It's really sad. I go to their funerals and it's usually just me and maybe a couple others. You take inventory of the chemicals. Have you noticed any missing recently? Actually, I have. There's been some missing chloroform. Wait a minute, you don't think John had anything to do with this? We're still checking. Thank you for your help. We'll be in contact with you. Sorry I had to cut that interview so short. I just got a text from Brass. LVPD found something in their search near the casino spill. They found a little office-type area underground in the sewers, and it looks like we are chasing a serial killer who collects teeth. That's sick. We'll see you guys for Chapter 3. Alright, it's time to start Chapter 3 of The Moment of Truth. The LVPD has found what looks like a serial killer's lair. You and Sarah should head out to the scene. I've had some close experiences with serial killers before. Let's get this killer off the streets. Tooth jar. Ah. Crocodile skull. Oh, this is going to take me a while to get used to this crime scene. Alright, that's a great start. That tooth container and these shoe prints should get us closer to the killer. $2.38. And the tooth jar. Oh wait, I gotta get some more. Okay, I got myself a couple of stars. Hopefully that'll be enough. Let's get the tooth jar out of the way. Got it. All the teeth in the jars from the killer's lair were molars, but the molar in this jar is the most recent. It matches Marcus Gold. You might be in luck. The prints you found on this jar belong to Danny Grant, the golf caddy. He was right under our noses. Okay, Danny, I'm done playing around. We found your fingerprints on a tube normally used to carry golf balls. Only this tube had a tooth in it, a front molar, Marcus Gold's molar. Wait, that's messed up, but I didn't do it. Then how'd your prints get on the tube? Because I handle all the golf balls on the course, and I throw out the tubes. No one else touches them except... You know what? Kurt Harper. Kurt asked me for some tubes recently. He has them, and he never touched them. Asked me to throw them in his bag. So it looks like I'll have to get at least one more star. So sit tight. Okay, now I got a star. Let's talk to Kurt Harper. See what he has to say. What did you do with the golf ball tubes that you asked Danny to pick up for you? My son was doing an art project, building a spaceship. Those tubes helped it out, made it look cool. And maybe you kept one on the side as a safe place to keep the tooth of your next victim. What? Marcus rubs you the wrong way, so you kill him. Try to make it look like an accident, but you couldn't resist taking a souvenir. Whoa, no way, that wasn't me. I would never kill someone. You gotta believe me. I don't believe you, Kurt, and right now the odds are not in your favor. Kurt has to deal with these rich people all day. Maybe he didn't like being their servant. See if we can find any more evidence on him at the sewers lab. Dental pliers. chair. Puzzle cube. Nice find. Those are dental pliers used for pulling teeth. Get these back to the lab fast. It looks like an engraving was filed off. Oh, I gotta get some more stars, so sit tight. Okay. Now I've got a couple stars. Get this thing to get back up. There we are. Okay, I hope I got two. I got two of them, so I hope that'll be enough. There we go. I'll be at only 2 energy. This is such a hassle, I tell you. But unfortunately, I can't use my desktop at home because the screen is flashing. Great job! The engraving you restored is for John Davis, Marcus's partner. Maybe Brass's instincts were correct, and John tried to kill off his partner. Let's pull him out of holding and ask him some questions. John, we found an underground lair where someone has been keeping a collection of teeth from all the victims. And you think it's my lair, don't you? Unbelievable. John, we found pliers with your name engraved on them in the lair, although someone tried to scrape the name off unsuccessfully. Dental pliers? A few months ago mine went missing. I had to order new ones. I still have the receipts. You're the only one with dental knowledge that had motive to kill Marcus. Why don't you just confess and we'll try to get you a deal? Wait, that's not true. Tamara, Marcus's ex-wife, she went to dental school but dropped out after she met Marcus. Now that I think about it, she was around the office a lot. She could have easily stolen my pliers. Our case isn't as wrapped up as we hoped. We need some strong evidence to warrant an arrest. You and Sarah should take a closer look at the sewers lab. Liquid. Ugh. There we go. Microscope, snow globe, puzzle cube, gas mask. Oh, there's a webcam. This gas mask could have been used when the killer was attacking the victims, and this liquid is all around here. Maybe these will help us find the killer. analyze the liquid. Let's start that up. And I'm going to have to get some more stars, so once again, sit tight. Okay, I got another star. I know it's kind of hard when I didn't really take some time to let my 5 partner seal up. My 5 hint partner seal up, I should say. But that is what it is. Let's get the gas mask now. But I will say though, by the time I decide to film this again, I will have more stars available, so I won't have to pause so often. This thing will hurry. Okay, there we are. There we are. I really don't know why they put in the wrong ones out there, because that's just stupid. This gas mask was definitely used to knock out Marcus Gold with chloroform. I found his DNA on the inside. The killer put a rag with chloroform inside this mask and put it over the victim's face, but it had to be someone the victim trusted to get this close, such as his wife. I have to interrogate Tamara McNabb, so once again, hold tight. Well guys, the tablet had ran out of battery, so I decided to just get all the stars, which I did on 16. Let's talk to Tamara McNabb now. Tamara, you forgot to mention that you were once in dental school with Marcus. And what is that spot on your dress? Oh, I spilled some ammonia on myself this morning when I visited the clinic. But why does any of that matter? It seems that whoever killed Marcus had a knowledge of dentistry. So what? Everyone does. Johnny, his partner, even Marcus's little slut assistant Ava has a DDS. Wait, Ava has a degree in dental surgery? Yep, the little whore does, but she'd rather stay in the shadows and bang other women's husbands than pursue a career. Ava has a doctor of dental surgery degree. She had complete access as well. Oh, I think we better ask her some questions. Hold on. Ava has a doctor of dental surgery degree. She had complete access as well. I think it's time we ask her some more questions. Ava, we hear that you obtained a DDS, yet you only applied for a job as a dental hygienist. Why is that? Yeah, I figured I should have more experience. I'm not that confident in my abilities. I think you have a lot of capability in you. Thanks, Mr. Russell. Is that all? I just wanted to head home and get some rest. It's been a very long day. I bet it has. I have one more question for you. What is that stain on your shirt? It smells like ammonia. Oh yeah, silly me. I must have got it while I was cleaning or something. I don't even notice the smell anymore. I bet you don't. Sit tight, will you? I think we might need to ask you some more questions before we let you go. Shoe print and the liquid finished. So I'm going to get the shoe print results now. These turn out to be a size 8 shoe print, and they were the only prints at the scene. So our killer must wear a size 8. A size 8 shoe? That should narrow down our suspect list. I'll have a uni ask all the suspects in this case for their shoe size and save us some time. Thanks, Jim. Once that information comes in, we can update our suspect profiles. Size 8. Ava Flores, Kurt Harper, John Davis. Tamara McNabb has 9. Danny Grant has 8. And the liquid now. This liquid is from the ammonia and chicken breading spill. No wonder it was on the rag at the clinic. The killer must have wiped it off themselves. I can tell you this, the killer would have these stains on their clothing from being down here. That's an NH3 stain. We've made it to the green. Now it's time to put the killer in the hole. Our killer has access to the golf course, wears cashmere and size 8 shoes, has a knowledge of dentistry, and an ammonia and chicken breading stain on them. Kurt, the golf pro, was one of the last people to see Marcus alive. Did he decide to destroy Marcus's game for good? You found prints from Danny, the caddy, in the killer's lair, but was he just an innocent pawn in the serial killer's game? Ava had a secret degree to dentistry and was sleeping with Marcus. Did their forbidden affair turn sour? John is forthcoming with his distaste for Marcus, but did things stray so far from these business partners that it led to murder? Tamara was in the middle of a divorce from Marcus. Maybe she figured it might be cheaper to kill him. This will be a tough arrest. You're going to need all your training to catch the killer. Not Tamara McNabb. Looks like it was Ava Flores. Ava, that little ammonia and chicken breading stain is going to put you behind bars for a long time. We have DNA results from your collection of teeth. We've connected you to 14 murders so far, all made to look like accidents. You worked as a dental hygienist, switching practices every year. And you eluded everyone until now. This time you made a mistake. You killed your boss. Why would you do that? I didn't want to kill him, not at first. My victims were always inappropriate people who succumbed to their urges, their sins. Marcus seemed nice at first, but then he flirted more and more, started touching me when he passed by, and then we had sex, and he was married. Liars, cheaters, people like that don't deserve to live. They have their fun until they have their little accidents. But you hold them to your moral compass. You're a killer, Ava, pure and simple. You're worse than any of the people you killed. Nobody's perfect, I guess. You got it. It's nice to know she's off the streets. Who knows how many more people she would have killed if he hadn't stopped her. Great work, but that is par for the course. Number 10. I'll see you guys for this case. So I'll see y'all then. See y'all then.